So as the insanity around Ezra Miller becomes more prominent daily, I want to remind people that this is the same Ezra Miller that decided that he would sound off on JD. He tried to help get rid of him in Fantastic Beasts 2. In fact, here's one of the headlines about it from Insider, saying that Ezra Miller says the cast of Fantastic Beasts wasn't consulted about JD's controversial role in the franchise. Now, what's hilarious is that this has been making it into more and more articles discussing the Ezra Miller situation, too, and the places that are mentioning it now. Places like Deadline, oh, those were shills for AH, they were shills for Warner and Ezra Miller. Well, not exactly anymore. I mean, now, these places, they're asking the hard questions, saying, you know what, you got rid of JD really fast. You made time to speak out against him. Well, why is it that you've decided to keep AH around? Why is it that you've decided to keep Ezra Miller around? What exactly do these people have to do to get fired? You and I, we're going to talk about all of this today, too. Oh, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And even though I feel terrible for the people that Ezra Miller has been victimizing, and make no mistake, this man is victimizing people, I have to admit, it has been beautiful seeing Warner Brothers and the mainstream media squirm. I reported a while back, this guy, he was fired from future projects. He would not be coming back, but Warner Brothers, they didn't know what to do with him on their $200 million film. Well, guess what? The same media that said all of that stuff was lies, all of that stuff was window dressing and innuendo, yeah, they're telling you it's true. Quote, sources said, even if there's no more allegations surface, the studio won't likely keep Miller in the Flash role for future DC films. That would mean replacing him in the future, but there's still a $200 million investment on the line with the first film, and Warner executives have been cringing at each new press report. Just like I said. Now, what I've continued to find interesting about this situation, too, is that you've had Warner Brothers and you had the mainstream media backing Ezra Miller's every play into things. They spun so far out of control that they can't reel this stuff in, and that included him going after JD in interviews. It came up in 2018 around Fantastic Beasts 2, where Ezra Miller, he was basically saying, you know what? I don't approve of JD. Nobody asked me if I wanted him in roles with me, working there. Yeah, that denouncement, it doesn't seem to hold as much water now, does it? Quote, Ezra Miller says the cast of Fantastic Beasts wasn't consulted about JD's controversial role in the film. Oh, the irony, right? The irony. Now, I love going back and looking at articles like this from places like Insider, too, because they try to reference things in ways that they weren't at the time, saying fans, they had problems, cast members, they had problems. Basically, we need to get rid of JD, and we need people like Ezra Miller. Yeah, how far things have come in the last 4 years, right? Quote, in an interview with Playboy, Ezra Miller weighed in on the controversial casting of JD as the titular character in Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. The actor who stars as Credence in the film said none of the cast members were consulted by J.K. Rowling about JD's role. JD's part in the franchise has faced backlash from fans. Really? Backlash from fans, I'm sure, because of ex-wife AH's accusations of assaulting her while they were married. She later dropped the charges. That, by the way, is 100% false, 100% inaccurate. Insiders should fix this thing, but they never will. They haven't in 4 years. And the 55-year-old has denied the accusations, and Rowling has defended the inclusion of JD in the films. If you think that's good, by the way, oh, this stuff, it got even better. Listen to this here. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald star Ezra Miller said the cast wasn't consulted by J.K. Rowling about JD's involvement in the franchise. Quote, "No, none of us were consulted. None of us knew," Miller, who plays Credence Barebone in the film, said during an interview with Playboy. By the way, why exactly would they consult with you and say, "Do you want this person on the film?" They made the decision. In fact, they would have kept him for Fantastic Beasts 3, but he had the audacity to try to stand up and clear his name. I know, what a monster, right? What a monster indeed. But Ezra Miller continues here. "Look, I bring forth my work to this job, and I do the best that I can," he added in regard to working with JD. Then he decides, this is going to be the place to take a dig, which, well, it's aged gracefully like fine milk. Listen to this. Carefully elaborating, Miller said, "I would say that literally every single aspect of my reality, inclusive of a lot of things that are not fine with me, are fine with me. It's amazing how far the banner of all good can extend." Now, if you look at that, like I said, that is a dig at JD. It's a dig saying, I'm not really fine with this, but at the same time, well, all good. It's going to be good with me. I'm going to bring my A game regardless. Like I said, there are a lot of things that are not fine with me that are fine with me. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Now, something that fascinates me about all of this, too, is that the mainstream media, while basically saying, yeah, you made the wrong decision here, has still also been saying, well, we kind of feel bad for Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers, they merged with Discovery, and this is an inherited issue. This isn't an issue that they themselves created. And it is, by the way, it's the same company here. They just merged with another company, but hey, facts, right? Listen to this here. Quote, "There's no winning in this for Warner Brothers. One source tells us there's an inherited problem for Zaslav. That's the new CEO here. The hope is that the scandal will remain at a low level before the movie is released and hope for the best to turn out." So they're talking about the Flash movie. They're saying they're going to keep Ezra Miller around because of the monetary investment, while also admitting that, well, it was a big mistake to keep him around. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Again, they sided with Ezra Miller, denouncing JD. They got rid of him for defending his name. Look what you got out of that, too. Good job, Warner. Good job indeed. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. As always, appreciate the heck out of you. Check out the links in the description if you want to help the channel even more. You being here, though, that matters big time. Thank you. Appreciate you. See you soon.